Mic check, mic check. Let me know if you can hear me. Musiala Sne. Mnanisikiza kweli?
Denmark still have the vastly experienced Kasper Schmeichel in goal. They have a settled back three as well, but they do make a couple of changes today. Thomas Delaney comes into midfield to replace the suspended Morten Hjulmand, while Andreas Skov Olsen gets his chance in attack
He's going to
at the
Delaney in
expense of
midfield.
Jonas Vind, as Denmark look to kickstart their forward line after scoring only 2 goals in 3 draws in the group stage. Expect the stadium here in Dortmund is packed to the rafters. There are grey storm clouds gathering overhead. Beyond the stand on the far side, we are expecting a notable storm at some point over the coming hours. Let's hope it stays away for the duration of the match. We're almost ready to go. Lucy, your final thoughts ahead of this one?
Yeah, well, now's when it counts, doesn't it, for both these two teams, when the stakes are raised. I think that can Germany ride the wave of this home support? There's a lot more in the stadium on their side, but Denmark will think absolutely anything is possible, and they know that they need a strong performance against the Germans.
It might be close, it might be tight. 3 of the last 4 meetings between Germany and Denmark in all competitions have been drawn. We will have a winner tonight, even if it takes extra time and penalty kicks. Leroy Sané gets us underway. The round of 16.
Leroy Sané gets us underway.
On the attack early, and Sané bursting into the Danish penalty
area. This is a good start, eh?
It's cleared away by Yannick Vestergaard, and Vestergaard, Christensen and
this is
Andersen,
how
a very solid-looking and experienced back line.
Commentary game in
Rudiger, who's had a little bit of a hamstring issue in the last week or so, but is clearly not troubled too much by it as he takes his place in the side once again. It's Schlotterbeck fitting in today in the heart of Germany's back line in the absence of Taran. Schlotterbeck hitting the ball forward. Gundogan.
Gerald, sorting that
now
out in a
with
second. Can you hear
David
me?
Rao, who was the first choice at the last World Cup, and this is his first start of this European Championship. Just 1 appearance off the bench in the group stage for him. Here he is now. Sent forward by Delaney. Schlotterbeck picks out Havertz.
Yeah, interesting start by Denmark, because Germany have had joy all the way along in this tournament so far, with Toni Kroos dropping into that left centre-back role, and they've pressed him straight away, which is, I think, how you do get a little bit of positivity when you're playing against Germany.
Schlotterbeck for Germany. Away to the far side, met by Joachim Mähler. Tries to venture forward, but Rudiger is there. Gundogan now. Musiala to his left. Nagelsmann's preference for him in that defensive midfield role effectively shunted Kimmich away to the right back role, which is where he's ended the season at Bayern as well.
Yeah, and I think that's what Nagelsmann has done well. The best players in the team are playing where they play for the clubs, and that's so important when you've not got that much time with players, and this group works well.
Andrik forward, and Kimmich. Kimmich keen to chase. Mähler in there first. Bright start here from Germany, looking to get onto the front foot immediatally. Rudiger.
Still can't get over today's successful hit watch.
Schlotterbeck winning his 14th cap. This is where he plays his football for Borussia Dortmund. Called up on the back of an excellent season, of course, which took them all the way to the Champions League final. Raum up from the back. scooped up and behind by Vestergaard.
Yeah, the system that Germany play means that the left back, Ram, is always the outlet, so he's always free because he's the one that stays wide, but really good defending there by Bart, kept with him.
It was Joachim Andersen, the Crystal Palace player, who put it out of play for the corner. First one of the night. Kroos with the delivery, Schmeichel under pressure!
Down Danny,
Germany with the breakthrough! Dortmund playing his home stadium, brought into the team tonight, who's given them the dream start. Nico Schlotterbeck. What a time to score your first ever international goal.
Tell you what, that is brilliant. What a start from him.
Michael Oliver.
It will be checked. In the VAR hub, Stuart Atwell leads the team there, and the goal has been disallowed.
Has the goal been given or not? Oh, it's been disallowed.
And it stays at 0-0. And Schlotterbeck's short-lived.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a dream start for him. He's had a couple of good touches defensively, but absolute flying header. But the referee obviously saw something.
So almost the perfect start for Germany, and Denmark just looking to get their foot on the ball here.
Yeah, great intensity from Germany. Start as they mean to go on, just trying to put Denmark under pressure. Denmark now just connecting a few passes, take the sting out of Germany.
Yeah, Mæhle getting forward. First touch here for Christian Eriksen. They'll be looking to get him on the ball as much as possible.
Woo! We will be back online shortly. Experiencing some technical glitches. Ati shots case unachapanga. Ngoja kwanza deki rudi. Hizo ujinga zako lazima we have counters for them. Tuko na macounter. Bana, kwani makona wamepracticeaje makona? Maze Rudiger, unachapa. Aya, I am back. Let me know if you can hear this man, and let me know if you can
wengi watafunja radio zao, wengine watafunja television. They will not believe.
Karibu, let me know if you can still hear commentary.
They will not believe.
Let me know. Unasema Loki, ni Loki liability ama ni liability? Sema tu ni liability, useme Loki. You can't hear, what can't you hear? You can't hear anything. You can't hear anything or you can't hear the commentary. It is your feedback. It is your feedback that keeps me alive. Iko sawa? Mkisikia tu commentary mniambie. Havertz movement. Ebu say that again. I didn't hear. Say it loudly this time. Kina anaogopa kupatia nani? Unaogopa kupatia Havertz props. Patia Havertz props msee. Akicheza poa pia unampatia props. Eh? Leroy Sané. Uko fiti. Anthony. Thank you. Karibu. Thank you. Hey, Havertz on the volley. Woo! Nikubaya leo mse, nikubaya. What a ball by Rudiger. Rudiger amekuwa Alex Song. Hiyo ilikuwa Song to Van Persie. Straight. Ama Rooney to Van Persie. Havertz anakuanga na casual nature flani. Anakuanga na casual ingine lakini another shot. Bro, these are like 6 shots on target. This is more shots than we had in the whole Italy versus Nini game bana. Steve Nyangweso, thank you for the follow.
Kusema mengi, thank you very important.
Karibu amesema ni kama final itakuwa Germany versus Belgium. Anthony has said Germany will score many goals in this game. Yeah. I'm telling you the tempo in this game. Mr. Lavaboy anatupatia ma likes pale. Hizo likes. I'm telling you, this game has been more entertaining than the entirety of the Swiss game. Apart from when Vargas scored and when he assisted Freuler. Switzerland wamecheza poa. Niliona Melvin akisema hapa ati Switzerland wamecheza wazimu. Switzerland were a problem. So guys, I normally have, so the audio from the TV comes to this machine here. So this machine is the one that makes sure you guys don't hear the audio and then you can hear the sound effects and everything. But the audio comes to my ear so that it doesn't play and we have copyright issues. But then sometimes inaletanga tu noma. Kama sahi, if you guys didn't tell me, juzi tumecheza karibu the remainder of the game. The remainder of the Portugal game. When I'm going to review footage, kumbe 40 minutes we've played with audio from the TV. Hey! Musiala! So yeah, guys, thanks for the feedback. Everyone, thanks for the feedback. Thanks for looking out. England watasurvive kweli? Hiyo ni swali mzuri. Swali mzuri sana. Cause England very big problems, that's true. Watachapwa na Switzerland, hiyo ni England. Check out the poll. Poll inasemaje? Niambie Paul ulieka nini Paul? Umsameka Paul amesema will Germany make it to the finals, yes or no? A, yes. B, no. C, Jaba. C, Jaba.
Ilianza na selfie, double tap.
You guys, what is up with Germany? Why are they playing with... What is this? Karibu ako na swali. Anauliza Kinan. Kinan, hebu sikia hii swali. Hii swali inauliza Hjulmand anaingia saa ngapi? What time is Hjulmand entering this match? Their press is spot on today. Led by the man up front. Swali gani hiyo anauliza huyu jamaa? Tunaanzisha minor next game. Itakuwa bad.
Tunaanza upya!
Wase, Davis amerudi. Davis, niaje kwanza. Hata kwanza nipatie shout out. Davis alikuwa anasema ati you cannot name a better manager in these Euros than Southgate. Take it from there. Take it from there. Hjulmand anacheza kazi yake ni kufunga mabao. Akimiss chance nishtue. Wazi. Tutakushtua.
Kuku wewe.
Wow. Anthony Gore from YouTube is saying England might not get past Slovakia. England might not get past Slovakia.
Kuku wewe.
That one is for Melvin, not for you, Anthony. Anthony is actually saying something that I feel like is
Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%.
100% true.
Absolutely 100%.
Southgate can't even coach Shabana. Ooh. Gundogan is out. Ndo huyo Sane. This is why Sane is in the field. To give them a threat. Ya pace. Aya, amepatia na foul. Michael Oliver amepatia na foul. Hey!
God damn it, man. I'm not used to this.
Michael Oliver amepatia na foul. Davis, I stand by it. Southgate is the man. The hate people have on England na Southgate. You can't believe it. You just can't believe it. Elianza naka selfie. Cruz is on the free kick wase. Cruz ameambia Kimmich we enda uchukue rebound. I am on this free kick. Kama kuna rebound. Tony Cruz. Michael Oliver kipuliza firimbi hivi. Ni Tony Cross ama Tony Cruz?
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Mse bana. The bottom line is Southgate with any team is useless. Anthony umesikia? Anthony, have you heard what they have said? The bottom line is Southgate with any team is useless. But he's going to be the next United manager. United. Karibu has said Southgate should go to United and prove haters wrong.
Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%.
Bro, hii game Denmark sioni. Ni kama close ni close ama closer. By the way, closer alikuwa closer. Hakuwa hata close. Ilikuwa closer. United was already useless, so won't change much. Wasome kuja na chuki leo. Mkiendelea nayo chuki.
Ilianza na selfie, double tap.
Denmark have weathered the early storm sasa. Wase, kulikuwa na poll hata mjavote. 0-0-0. Kinan, ebweka hiyo poll tena. Mimi nitakuwa vote wa kwanza. Guzia Rude Boy kuku wewe. Rude Boy, hii ni yako.
Kuku wewe.
Ten Hag is there to stay. Fresh amesema. Ten Hag is there to stay. Drogba has just said Switzerland. Sasa vile Italy wametolewa. Si wote tunarukia. Tushahama. Glenn has said Denmark. Keenan has said Denmark are missing Hjulmand. I'm actually surprised they brought on Delaney because I thought they would bring in what's his name? What's that guy's name? Why am I forgetting his name now? I'm forgetting his name. But yeah. Anthony Gore, this is Southgate's last tournament with England. Caribou has said Southgate should, I already said that, should go and prove haters. Haters? The haters wrong.
Haters.
Uko Portugal kwa sababu ya Conceição. Hey, Francisco ni mzii. Zabola. But you gave me a last mazi when your masabs waliweka walimes. Akina Bruno cannot wait to come back into the team. Very quickly. Yeah? That is the team Caribou loves hate watching. Hey, mpaka Hjulmand anacheza. Poulsen is old and he offers nothing really. No, not Poulsen. There's a guy I'm forgetting. There's a midfielder I'm forgetting that I thought they would play. They would play him next to Oibjerg. Denmark are sloppy on the attack but good at defending. Yeah. They're exactly what you'd expect from a team that has drawn all their games so far. They are exactamente. Yo Ali Flurry from the host ilikuwa Flurry kweli. Wamekuja na psych. Poulsen is bang average. Hata mimi niko sure I'm better than him by miles. Davis. Wait guys, I want to tell you who I'm talking about. And I even talked about him in the preview. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Nogard, yes. Nogard from Brentford. Nogard is the person I'm thinking of. I thought they would start Nogard. I was actually quite surprised when he's not even... Oh, Eriksen! Rudiger! Save. Denmark hii ndio ilikuwa game plan. Bro, hiyo first touch ya nani? Hiyo first touch.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Huo sasa ni Rudiger. Rudiger ndiye anachukua bola akapata tu ni.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
That first touch ya kumtoa nyoka pangoni. Hey. Lakini mbona Eriksen hawezi funza nani hiyo first touch? Hawezi funza Wan-Bissaka? Pastanganga hajapatikana bado. Pastanganga alikata kusupport maandamano. So bado atumsupport pia yeye. Lakini akwetu ready akijua. I'm ready for Tuesday.
Very ready for Tuesday.
Ali. Some things can't be taught. Keenan si ni ukweli. Rasmus Hjulmand has won a free kick. Karibu! Hjulmand is in the building. Amefika. Huyu assistant wa Nagelsmann anakakaa buda na Martinelli. Ni watu wanasahau kuna timu moja inajiita Austria, mark my word, wanafika semis. Yeah, they probably will because they play Turkey. Then if they beat Turkey, they're going to meet the winner of this game. Of which game? They're meeting the winner of which game again? Let me just confirm that right away. Will Germany make it to the finals? Sasa mmesema 50-50. Umesema 50-50. People are not sure if Germany is going to make it to the finals. Others are. Wagner. AWB is top. Hata yeye pia afunzane scoop tackle. Netherlands. Yes, they'll play Netherlands. I'm happy with the NBA draft. We got Rob Dillingham, 8th pick with the Spurs. Yeah, Rob Dillingham was a good pick. From what I hear, I didn't watch. To be honest, March Madness I only watched the final. It was like in the middle of like everything. So, but yeah, that team. But then that team, even if you get Rob Dillingham, you still need Carl Anthony to do something. Carl Anthony cannot be a passenger again, ever again. NBA kuna team inaitwa Spurs. Kuna team inaitwa Spurs. San Antonio Spurs. Wacha nikuulize, why is Eriksen a baller? Karibu amesema msisahau hetu watch leo ilikuwa successful. We nani amekuuliza we mse?
Get right here, man.
Brony should have been fast, but let's focus on futa kwanza. Fast what?
Get right here, man.
We ishia. Karibu amesema data ya Germany ni Belgium. If only angecheza hivyo pia Man United. Hey. Just a reminder. Rude boy, just a reminder. Imagine. I'm being reminded here from all directions. No man nimevai jersey. I'm being reminded by someone whose team did not even make it to the playoffs. Ati tuko na Steph Curry. Ushai notice midfielders play better for countries than club. We mse kuna lightning. Huku ni kunoma. Huu ni Christensen ameumia. Ndegz nimekuom. King ni aje? Ukishaingia hapo ujue tu. Bro, do you stream Copa America? Imagine I have not streamed Copa America just because I have not found a good stream to stream it. But from quarterfinals, Copa America tuko ndani. Okay, maybe semifinals. Or maybe one quarterfinal. Hey, hizo times ni noma. Unasemaji Drogba? Tuanze. Tufanye ka live kamoja. Hebu chagua game moja. Jana Brazil nasikia walishinda. Argentina wako namba ngapi kwa hiyo group yao? Tunaweza fanya hizo games mbili siwazi na kambili. Last group game. We might do that. Producer alikuwa emotional after full time leo ali kick off.
Wengi watafunja radio zao, wengine watafunja television. They will not believe.
Ayo Argentina ni sangapi? Acha nikwambie Copa America ni emotional maze. Maybe that's what we need. We need my Germany, Europe maze ni kila mtu anahagiana sana. You need a fight here and there. Si ndio? Sana akishika ball kuna watu wawili kwake. Noma. This guy is playing with a back five. They are actually playing with a back five. It's like a hybrid of a 4 and a 5. So they're playing 5, but then when Gundogan comes out, one person shoots out. Or Musiala, one person shoots out, the other person drops. It's actually a smart way of playing Germany. Because Germany's threat is the two number 8s. Gundogan and Musiala. Because Havertz also drops in there. So if you have a back four that doesn't move, meisha. Vestergaard. Nezo mguu zake refu. Southampton back in the Premier League? They are, sindio? Euros iko na upsets. We, nakwambia Belgium wanarudi Brussels. Ebu ambia karibu. Ambia karibu sahi. Yeah? Ngoja Portugal to face Spain in semis. It'll be a derby. Hey. Hapo kuna assumptions mingi. Tuna assume Spain watapiga. Nani? Acha ningie kwa bracket kwanza. Hii bracket inafaa kwa tu ready kwa But you guys realize how weird it is that Austria might meet Netherlands again. After waliwachapa 3-2, they might meet again. So semi-final itakuwa Spain na Germany quarters. If Germany beat Denmark today, wacha tusi assume, si ndio? Spain versus Germany itakuwa the dream final. They can't meet in the final. They can't meet in the final, those ones. Hiyo imeenda. Umsame nini? Umsame choche historia Tony Cruz. Alafu England wanapata na Switzerland, Netherlands, Austria. I should do a nini, yeah? Actually, let's do it together because I'm going to do mine. Consensus. Mr. Moderator, Kinan, we want to know, what do people think? Who is going to win actually today? Spain versus Georgia, we all agree Spain, right? So let's say Germany versus Denmark. Who is going to win this game? Just a quick poll. We're going to go through the entire bracket and then we see what people think. Who thinks is in the final? So let us know. Germany versus Denmark. Actually, mwandikeni tu comment. Juu ampendi kuvote. Nyinyi ndio watu mtachomea makura 2027. I didn't say that. It wasn't me. Nimehakiwa. Ni Photoshop. Ni Photoshop, si mimi. Nimeona comment fulani ya Rambe Stars hapa, iko wapi? Mbona sioni? Germany versus Denmark. Kuna Denmark moja, kuna Germany 4. Drogba, Denmark. Fresh, Germany. Mr. Loverboy, Germany. Melvin, Germany. Davis, Germany. King amesema Denmark. Did Germany have a goal disallowed? Yes, they did. In like the second minute. Karibu has said Germany. Okay, so all of you have said Germany. Sawa. All of you have said Germany. So, we have Spain versus Germany. Quarterfinal. Portugal versus Slovenia. Ngoja. The poll is up. Okay, let them do the poll. Let them do the poll then. So that we have numbers. Germany. We're just seeing Germany votes coming in. Let's see. I should probably do a poll on YouTube as well. Wacha tuingie pale teke. What is that? Hey, Hoybie. That was not a bad cross though. Ilianza na ka selfie. Double tap. Kila. Tiri. Denmark, bruv. Hey, karibu ashengi hapa na Slovenia. We ngoja. Sawa. Germany has won that one. Kill that poll. Let's go to the next one. Portugal versus Slovenia. Kinan, do your thing. Portugal versus Slovenia. Musiala. Germany, 5 out of 5. Hey, Espanyol ni mingi. Espanyol. Nani amesema Slovenia? Slovenia ni huku hivi. Karibu amesema Slovenia. Hey!
Whether we Ndekni or we Kithini, we must be seen.
CR7. Fresh amesema CR7. Portugal versus Slovenia. Poll is up. Portugal versus Slovenia. Double tap. Eriksen on the counter. There is Rasmus. We wafanya nini wewe? And then you bad shot Sane is on the attack on the other side. Sane ameacha Højbjerg. Hey, he did well to come back. our YouTube poll. Yeah, well, there it is. It's coming. Who wins? Portugal, Slovenia. Portugal, Slovenia. Mr. Loverboy, ukienda hapo ukiangalia unaona live yetu. Hapo top left utaona ka icon nyingine ya blue na white alafu iko na timer. Just click there. You will see the poll. That is on TikTok. On YouTube, it's already up. So you just vote. Just vote. I am seeing Portugal is about to run away with it. Portugal is about to run away with it. On your left, sorry, on your left, on your top left. On your top left. Did I say right? I think I said right. Kinan uniambie tukimaliza hiyo poll. Hey, Havertz, Zane. Too much, too intricate. Wafanyani huko mbele. Ati Potusui, sikia huyu. Potusui. Umekuwa nani? Umekuwa speed. I show speed. YouTube, I think the poll is very clear. Portugal is winning everywhere. Kill that one. We're moving to the next one. This is the big one. France versus Belgium. Kai Havertz chance? Nothing. France versus Belgium. France. Belgium. Karibu, you can only vote once. You can only vote once. Wow. Kuna lightning. The game has been stopped. There's lightning. The game has been stopped. There is lightning. You know what they might do? If it goes on for too long, they might pause it and then they just extend the time to like 15 minutes, then people come back and then they play the other 15 minutes, then they play the second half. They play 60 minutes. Denmark have done very well to weather this storm. Literally. France versus Belgium. Karibu, you can only vote once. Karibu is suffering. She can only vote once. The poll is up. By the way, nilikuwa nimeuliza kama unaweza replace Saka for Sane. Hapana. Leave us our Saka. We want our Saka. France versus Brussels, Belgium. Karibu is trying to rig this poll, but it's not working. It's unriggable. Kinan, at 3 minutes we go to the next one. Last 10 seconds. Hizo polls zinaenda mbio. Wasa wana vote teke. Sawa. So far we have Spain going through, we have Germany going through, we have Portugal going through. And kill the poll. We have France going through. Hey! Mmechuja timu ya Karibu. Hey. Killer. Tiri. Romania, Netherlands. Romania, Netherlands. Romania, Netherlands. We fanya Romania, Netherlands kwanza. Aya, sawa. We ngoja. We umemes bana. Romania, Netherlands. Tumaliza round of 16 zote. Romania, Netherlands. Huku Netherlands 100%. Huku hata there's no fighting. Mmelalia Romania? Wase wa YouTube wamelalia Romania? They have slept on Romania. Melvin, Romania versus Netherlands. Who is winning? Versus Van Dijk. Hey! First vote ishaingia Romania. Hey!
Wool up, nigga. Wool up.
Hold up.
I'm ready for Tuesday. Very ready for Tuesday.
Match has been suspended. In fact, ni kama sisi ndio underdogs. Karibu amesema Belgium ndio underdogs. Ndio maana mnalalia Belgium. You're sleeping on Belgium. But let me ask you, when thunderstorms come and lightning, it's for real. It's actually scary. Hiyo thunder ikuja hivi, mbona players wanaenda lakini fans hawaendi? Fans pia wanafaa kutolewa. I cannot believe this. Romania versus Netherlands is 50-50. On YouTube, it is 100% Netherlands. It is 50-50. On TikTok, it is 50-50. It is 50-50. That's wild. That's wild, guys. That's wild. Game suspended. Wamesema game imekuwa tu suspended hivyo. Now the rain has come. Now it's proper. Now it's raining proper. Aya, kill the poll. We're going to the next one. Which is the next one? Austria versus Turkey. Austria versus Turkey. Austria versus Turkey. Austria versus Turkey. Let's go. Sabi boy Austria. Sabitza. Sabitza amekuwa ule msee lately, I wonder how Man U let him go. I wonder. Nani amevutia Turkey? We need explanations. Mona, why do you think Turkey is going to beat Austria? And actually, why do people think Austria is going to beat Turkey? Adagule. Uku YouTube Austria 100%. It's not even a joke. Since amko wengi, you to end too. 100% Austria. 100%. There's no hope. Austria through. So we've said Netherlands, Austria. Aya. Unangoja nikupatia next. England, Slovakia. This is now where we want to see where loyalties lie and where banter resides. England, Slovakia. England, Slovakia. Check you mse at Westgate. Hey, 100% umevotea England. Nyinyi wasewa nini? Nyinyi wasewa TikTok nyinyi ndio mko woke, eh? Here we might have to do a straw poll. So 1, 2, Slovakia is still ahead. Slovakia is actually ahead, guys. Slovakia is ahead. Slovakia is ahead. Wow. I'm going to make a whole video on this. I'm going to make a whole video and then I make sure nimeweka nyi wote. Amongeza za YouTube. Kuna tiebreaker. Tiebreaker sasa itakuwa. Sijui tiebreaker itakuwa nani. Mungai thinks Van Dijk will win. Slovakia is winning hapa. We are the majority. Sisi ni Gen Z. Guys, Slovakia. I'm killing the pool in 20 seconds. But Slovakia has taken the lead. Has taken the lead, guys. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Gen Z.
Whether we Ndegz or we Kithini, we must be seen.
Aya, kill that poll. Kill that poll. Slovakia has won. Slovakia has won. You guys have voted that Slovakia is going to beat England. Nyo say nye. Sijui niseme mko serious lakini pia inaweza kwa ukweli. Inaweza kwa ukweli. Inaweza kwa ukweli. Aya, sawa. Aya, Spain, Germany. Spain, and Germany. I swear, guys, I'm going to make a video on this and I'm going to tag all of you and I'm going to put you in the video. In fact, let me just start naming. Nyone kila mtu mwenye ako hapa. Tuseme tu, we decided as box to box that this is how it's going to look. Kuna Keenan, kuna Don, kuna Kenhood 12, kuna Rude Boy, of course. Rude Boy, jina ko kumbe ndikonga ka Life Boy. Melvin, Mungai, alafu kuna King na Karibu. Bas. Spain, Germany ni 50-50. 50-50 pale YouTube. Ni mnasemaje huku hivi? Ndegz na ufala. Si ukweli. Kwani Life Boy huwa ndiko achi? Si naandikwa hivyo. England to go through on pens. Mr. Loverboy amesema the poll is up and about. The poll is up and about. Ucherumani is winning. Ucherumani is winning 60-40. Kinan, tukifika 3 minutes tukate tu poll. Actually 3:30. Juu kila mtu ana vote within 1 minute. Tuache kuextendi kitu sana. Juu wasa YouTube washamaliza kuvote. Aya, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Aya, umekata. So hapa tuko na 1-1 Spain Germany, huku ni 2-3 Spain Germany. So Germany are through. So hapa ni Ujerumani. Aya, tunaenda Poland France. Sorry, Portugal France. We just nani? Kinan, 1 minute take kila mtu vote to see overextend, si ndio? Ikitu kumbine za chukua long hivi kuambia wase wavotie kitu. This is going to be interesting. I want to know who's going to win the final now. Hapa ni Mbappe versus hapa ni hii match yetu bado iko suspended. Huku sioni kama tunarudi anytime soon. Game inaweza canceliwa alafu wakuja wacheze kesho. Hey, Portugal 0% everywhere, both on Kinan 0%, both on YouTube. Ati kuna typing error, nimeandika tiki karibu anafanya mpaka na nini. Karibu anasema ati ni kama kuna typing error, umeandika France badala ya Portugal. Ndio wala wase tunafaa kufungua server. Nyinyi we're supposed to open the server. Nyinyi hamfai kuvote. Hamfai kuvote kabisa. Aya, result is in. Mbappe 83%, Portugal huku ni 50-50. So Mbappe has gone through. Portugal has stayed behind. What say you? Nicheze ile, I doubt it.
Anybody who is supporting that, I doubt him.
Aya, we're going to the next one. Netherlands versus Austria. Take 1 minute, guys. We're not going to overextend it. Ile boy. Ati boy here granted wa Boondocks when you fala. Kai. Hata sijui nikucheze gani.
Bruh.
Hey, you guys are failing me. Wewe timu yako iko nje hata zako. Bwana, you guys are shocking. I cannot believe it.
Wengi watafunja redio zao, wengine watafunja television. They will not believe.
Ati you guys voted yes. Sasa ona, wewe sasa mbona unaweka both teams to lose? Msana, you're muddying the waters. Wewe ni mse wa Portugal. Mse wa Portugal pekee anaweza vote hivyo. Netherlands versus Austria. Austria is winning there. Netherlands is winning here. It's 50-50 here. 2 seconds. 1. Wasibado. Wasi wamepotea tena. We're waiting for the votes to come in. Sava haijafunguliwa bado. Hjulmand is actually playing well when he's holding. When he drops back to hold up. Ni tu wako tu ka final ball tu ndo inamfail. That ka final ball ndo inamfail. Aya. Tunaona kasi ingine bado hajavote bado. Let's give it 10 seconds. Sawa.
Ilianza na ka selfie, double tap.
Aya, in 5, 4, shakata ndo hiyo. Austria versus Netherlands, 0%. 0% of you think Netherlands is going to win on TikTok. Alafu pa YouTube ni 50-50. So of course, Austria wako nayo. Austria wamechukua. Hold up. Austria have won. I've just said that. Hey. Aya, Austria through. Aya, next. So, bracket yetu imebaki. Slovakia, who have knocked out England versus Switzerland. Slovakia versus Switzerland. Slovakia versus Switzerland. Ilianza na ka selfie.
Double tap.
Sabibo is winning. Slovenia versus Switzerland. Lupo is in the building. Lupo ni aje? Slovakia versus Switzerland. So far, Switzerland has taken the lead on YouTube. And we're waiting for our TikTokers. Our TikToker. Uswizi. Those are 2 from Switzerland. Guys, don't vote on recency bias just because you watched them play today. Yeah? Just remember Slovakia are dangerous. My boy Kanichnik is playing at right back. Kanichnik. Yeah? I can't name anyone else who plays for Slovakia unless I Google it. Kuchka. There's Kuchka, there's is it Duda or Doda? Nilianza na ka selfie.
Double tap.
1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute of the poll to run. As we're here, we're looking at our game. Germany versus Denmark has been suspended due to bad weather. Thunderstorms zimeanza pale hivyo. Yeah. Lakini hiyo game ilianza na cycle. Lakini mbona hiyo thunderstorm haingekam kwa game ya nini? Haingekam kwa game ya inaitwaje? Ya Switzerland na Italy. Second half ilibo. Hey. But anyway, there's no need to overextend a game that was boring. Aya. In 10 seconds tunakata poll. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I believe that is the first clean sweep. That is the first clean sweep we've had. Switzerland, clean sweep. Clean sweep everywhere. That might be the first clean sweep. Oh, na Spain. Yeah, Spain na nini. Ile ya Spain na nini pia ilikuwa clean sweep. Naona Italy pulled a Nigeria on you in the Euros. Sasa ona wengine. Bro, hiyo game iliisha. Skriniar na Lobotka. Yes. Kunao. Lupo.
Get out of here, man.
Lakini pia unaza. Aya, sawa. So tumeingia semi-final. Germany versus France is the next one. Alafu Austria versus Switzerland. Germany versus France. Germany, France. Lupo, vote hapo. Najua hauna nini, hauna voting card, lakini vote tu. Aya, players are coming back to the field. You know what I think? I think they might play this 15 minutes, and then instead of going into the locker room for halftime, they will. Actually, let me just listen. Niko but they haven't gone back to commentary. But I think that's what they're going to do. Signal Iduna. The poll is up. This one is going to be a tricky one, guys. Apa we need a tiebreaker. Even though pale YouTube ni 50-50, Germany versus France is 50-50. Hii game ilikuwa na momentum ingine wazimu. If there's anything, this has helped Denmark more than anyone. As in, hii wamapata Havertz just looks like he's just being lackadaisical. Ni kama hataki kukifanya. Germany versus France. There's a poll in the top left, guys. We are voting. We have done the whole round of 16. We have done the quarterfinals. Now we're in the semis. Guys. We are in the semi-final. Whatever we come up with, this is the video I'm going to make tonight. Tonight with all of you. Tonight. And then I'm tagging all of you. In fact, I'm putting all of you in the video. Well, your usernames, your handles. See that intenda kuwa nini msijali. We shall not. What happened to the game? Drogba. The game was suspended. Thunderstorms. But while you're here, there's a poll in the top left. We have been selecting who's going to be round of 16 winners. Nini. Now we have reached semifinals. It's Germany versus France. You have 10 seconds to vote. 10 seconds to vote your pick right now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Wait, cut a poll. So, Germany has won, clearly there, and then it's 50-50 here on YouTube. Last one. Well, not last one. Second last one. Austria versus Switzerland. Fanya kazi moderator. Austria versus Switzerland. Austria versus Switzerland. Will they resume the game? Yes. The guys have gone back. They're back on the field. They're back warming up. It's been about 15 minutes since it was nini. Kina amesema Ujerumani wanakuwa eliminated today and you all think watafika final.
I'm ready for Tuesday.
Hey.
Very ready for Tuesday.
The poll is up. On YouTube, Switzerland is up already, leading. Switzerland is up. Michael Oliver is about to restart the game. He's going to restart the game just in time when we're about to figure out who's in the final. Sasa, hata nakumbuka ball ilikuwa wapi? Ataanza tu na nini ball ama lazima iende huko kwa kona? Lazima ilikuwa throw in ama ataanza na drop ball? Atajuaje? Anakumbuka. Austria versus Switzerland. Hey! Austria are ahead. Austria wako mbele pale TikTok 100%. Clean sweep. Clean sweep. Pale YouTube tuko wawili. The game is back, guys. The game is back. We've resumed. The game is back. The game has been quite entertaining, to be fair. 25-minute delay. Yeah, I don't think these guys are going to go back to the locker room for nini. Sioni wakiwapea. Moderator, kata poll. So Austria have won that one. And now we have our final. Our final is Germany versus Austria. Euro 2024 final. Mmesema. Who wins? Germany versus Austria. Si Hjulmand amechoka na huu Michael Oliver. Amechoka na huu Michael Oliver.
Ilianza na ka selfie, double tap.
Na feel poa nikiwa na wase wa Belgium na France wakivote nani atashinda kati ya Germany na Austria. Raum na cross. Ndio hiyo! Whoa. Havertz had a water save by Kasper Schmeichel. What a save. Oh, again. Side netting. Whoa. Oh, Havertz. Why would you head it straight at Schmeichel? Havertz mazi. Germany are back like they never left. Wamekuja na psych ni nini? Wamekuja na psych. Naona hapa hivi hata nimeandika Euro 2024 badala ya 2024, but ni sawa. Mnaelewa? Ati Hitler derby in the finals. Check you see. Oh, just rolls behind everyone. Catapult. And the winner is, with 100% of the votes on YouTube, and 66.67% of the votes on TikTok. The winner of Euro 2024, according to the Box to Box fans, is Germany. This is interesting. Like when you actually go down, when you go down the bracket, you realize how easy teams zote bigi zinaenda kujichuja kwa hii side ingine ya nini. Atishai Havertz. Huwa anaogopa kuscore. Ni Rom. These guys are being dominated in that box. Like, I didn't think Germany had this in their game. Germany are champions of Euro 2024. Schlotterbeck. My vote is on Switzerland. Balls. Sasa balls unaingia sahi. Sasa wewe. Tumefanya nini mzima? Tumefanya bracket mzima. There's a whole bracket and everyone has voted. Tumefika Switzerland wametolewa. If your name is not here, tell me, because I'm going to put this in the video. Kinan, Don, Kenhood 12, Rude Boy, Melvin, Mungai, King, Karibu. Is anyone missing from this list? Contrary to my earlier opinion on Germany scoring many goals, his game will be a close one. Anto amechange. Anto amechange kabisa. Oh, Mr. Loverboy hayuko hapa. This is interesting that Germany might actually win this tournament. Nani, unaza, I'm the only one who voted opposite na watu. Wewe sasa ulikuwa na vote ya sijui Slovakia wachape Switzerland. Alafu kasema Slovakia watachapa Austria. Wewe sasa hata si opposite. Wewe, you're trying too hard to be different. Ama it comes natural. Unafanya nini huko nyuma? Who is that? Is that Schlotterbeck? Anadu nini huko nyuma, surely, even him. Is he serious? What is that? And then he loses the ball to Rasmus. He's lucky the ball came to Rasmus's right foot. Otherwise, hey. Forty. Hey, that Ba ni nani? Hata sijamsikia, to be honest. I've never heard of this guy. Schlotterbeck anajokuko nyuma. Naweza taka kuona Austria versus Switzerland. Wapi huko so watapatana nini? Wanaweza patana semis. I'm glad umesema he's lucky bila any influence. Nimeshika tu sahi. Last queen, where have you been? We have just been doing a whole poll. Yeah? The people of Box to Box have spoken and said that Germany is going to win the tournament. That is what the people have said. By the way, I'm surprised watu wa Spain hawako hapa tukivote. Sijui tutafanya poll ingine tena kesho. Like we voted, we have actually gone through the entire bracket. Spain versus Germany, Portugal, and everyone was voting. And everyone has voted for Germany, imagine. So this is a very democratic decision. As box to box, we are claiming that Germany is winning this tournament. Now, wakitolewa hii game, sisi wote, we need to banter each other. Kwanza we rude boy na kuona. Siwezi toka peke yangu. I can't. I just can't. Eh? I can't. I just can't. Kwanza rude boy unajua ni mso wa Spain mbaya. Sorry, ni mso wa Germany mbaya. Alafu Spain ni second. I'm so glad they're meeting each other in they will meet each other, or there's a chance they'll meet each other if these guys win. I don't know if you guys watch NBA or any American sports for that matter. So once you reach playoffs, when afkanga game 7. Na game 7, sa zingine timu moja iko 3-0 up. Alafu you're like, satashinda. You just assume, sindio? But then there's been times when someone who's 3-1 down, obviously the Warriors being the best example, well, they end up losing a 7 series and lose 4-3. So nowadays, if you see members of media, they are so scared to even say at 3-1, someone who's 3-1 up is going to win. Wanakuwa too cautious. That is Denmark are through. Denmark are through. Denmark are through. Denmark are through. Rasmus! No! Rasmus! What are you doing, sir? Rasmus, what are you doing, sir? That was so close. And it was a missed pass from Musiala. Oh, man, that was close. Hey, Rudiger looks like he's hurt. Like, Rudiger looks like he's hurt. For real. Do you know, Hjulmand has just gotten 2 chances. Kusema ukweli. Bana, nini hiyo ni foul bana. Delaney, unataka kupita na Neuer. This is now, Rasmus has gotten 2 chances back to back. To be fair, the second one was a bit easier than the first. The first one was hard, but that is where you meet footballers, proper strikers, who can finish. They're actually going in for halftime. They're actually going in for halftime after that 25-minute break. Ati leave Hjulmand out of this, he's young. Kwani nani amehata? Kwani nani amehata huko mbele? Kwani ni Garnacho? Is it Sancho who has missed the one-on-one? No. That man is not ready for Tuesday.
I'm ready for Tuesday.
Wasi?
Very ready for Tuesday.
Anthony is going through a full circle moment here on YouTube. Anthony alianza akasema, after the first few minutes of the game, alisema, here Germany are scoring many goals. Alafu, after your break akasema, contrary to my earlier opinion on Germany scoring many goals, hii game will be a close one. Now, he is saying, kuna venye hii game inaweza kuwa upset. Maze. You have had all the emotions.
Wengi watafunja radio zao, wengine watafunja television. They will not believe.
Wase, this game was supposed to end at 1 a.m. Sasa inaonekana at 1 a.m. sindio? If it goes 90, hii inaonekana tutaenda hadi nini sasa hii? Sorry, at midnight, not 1. Hii inaonekana tutaenda hadi 1 sasa. Hii, I bet ni fan wa Arsenal.
What are you saying? What is he saying?
Anthony, when you fan wa team gani? And please don't make Rude Boy happy. Hata danganya, hata useme ni Arsenal. Kawe ni Arsenal, hata useme sema tu kitu ingine. Sema tu Southampton ama kitu kama hiyo. Hatutalala. Hey.
Whether we Ndekni or we Kithini, we must be seen.
Hey. There's no sleeping here. Hey. Killer. Let me ask you, if you sing a song, do you actually get a copyright? Do you get copyright if you sing a song? Kataka ni cover. Wacha incitement Ndegz. Kuna wenye si flip-flop kama mimi. Chiki Melvin. Melvin, are you ready for Tuesday?
I'm ready for Tuesday. Very ready for Tuesday.
Sasa vile Rudban anaingilia na Italy washatolewa. Tumehama team. This is an update. Rude boy. Anto amesema yeye ni fan wa Gor. Au chingi boli, aje yoch boli ingine. Hata ajui umso unasema Hoylu ni nani. Anthony wewe ndio msee. Wewe ndio unajua wewe. This is a good time to add that pastanganga sound. Nilikuwa nasikia msanii akisema baba tuongezea pastanganga. Acha nitafute. Ama ngoja. Ubaya nikiambia msanii tumizi vitu atatuma kadhaa kwa WhatsApp. We, Kinan, tuma WhatsApp. Ni sawa tutuma tu. Najua zitakuja kaa 50. Tuma tu. Last Queen, tunakuona.
Yeah.
Definitely an Arsenal fan. Ball ya colonizers wa London imemkasirisha. Acha nikwambie. Ball ikirudi, hizi lives zinaenda kwa wazimu. Next season unajua Arsenal ndio kushinda league. Like unajua hii ni sign. Celtics wakishashinda. Celtics ilikuwa 16 years for me. Arsenal ni next 21 years. I've watched sports for all those years and my teams don't ever win. Anyway, at least niko na Chiefs wa rugby, si wa NFL. Wanapiga kunimaliza. Wanapanga kunimaliza. Acha niweke hapo hivi. Wanapanga kunimaliza. Acha nikuulize, hii bao ya nani ilikataliwa kwa nini? Was it the Kimmich fall? Today, what are you writing down? I've been writing nonsense that people are talking about here. What a jaba Ndegz. Nilihama Arsenal hambaby league mbele ya the great. Nilihapa ya kwamba Arsenal hambaby league mbele ya the great Manchester. Si Manchester City walibeba. Si walibeba last year. Ama unasema Manchester gani? Unajua tu Manchester moja yenye ucheza ball. Alifaul mtu kabla afikie ball. But let me ask you an honest question. Why is everyone giving Cruz so much time on the ball? Like all the teams, okay, maybe Switzerland was the only one. But why is everyone giving so much time on the ball? Like by now people should know. Hiyo shot ya Kimmich ilikuwa short, bro. Hiyo ilikuwa short. Manu iko 10 and counting. 10 nini? Manchester kuna trophies, London kuna hopes too. Hey. Schlotterbeck. Tuko 13 and counting. Hiyo voli ya Havertz ilikuwa aliipata vizuri. But ingekuwa Van Persie, hiyo ingepata laces. That guy was just so dope with volleys. Na ni aje kwani alikuwa na practice more kushinda watu wengine. Some things actually don't make sense. Like, do you guys ever wonder, like, how are you a footballer and you can't kick the ball with your off foot? If you're left-footed and the ball can't even touch your right foot, and vice versa. Like, I don't understand. Bro, kazi yako ni kucheza ball. Kina nako karibu kutuambia hapa sahi ati hivyo ndio vile yeye hucheza ball. Ama left ya Robin. Lakini ile left ya Robin ilikuwa sasa left. Hiyo ilikuwa sasa someone who's really worked on that one left, that you know what's coming and you can't stop it. Yeah. But you know, weirdly, Van Persie was actually really good with his right foot. That's another thing. But you know, him is a striker, so he has to be. So the ball will just come on your right foot. You can't always go to so unapinuka ka trailer. Hey, Schlotterbeck, what were you doing at the back? Schlotterbeck. Wait, Kinan, umetumia hizo vitu ama bado? Musiala. Eriksen is the one who needed that ball to Delaney. I say, Eriksen. RVP was left-footed, not right. I know he was left-footed, but I'm saying he had a very good right foot. Like, he could finish with his right when he needed to. And that's what I'm saying. Like, his right was good enough. Whereby he didn't have to turn like a... Have you ever seen Nani... who did I watch that day? Who was I watching? It was Sunny. It was Sunny. That game, the last game, the game versus Scotland. There's one where he's been given a through ball and he's playing on the right. But then, because it's coming to his right foot, the guy had to run, make 3 more steps so that he can touch it with his left. And I'm like, you'll have saved 3 steps by just trying and tulizing it with your right foot. But this guy, surely. Anthony is useless right foot and his left isn't even good. Hey! Ngoja wane vile say watu wa United wako karibu ku reject. Reject.
I'm ready for Tuesday. I'm very ready for Tuesday.
Futsal says, love your streams. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Look at Rude Boy. Rude Boy is saying.
What are you saying? What is he saying?
Someone has just commented, just a milestone and you are stopping the game. In Africa, we play under hailstones. Hiyo ni tweet imeenda nini sahi? Hiyo ni tweet imeenda Supersport. Just a milestone, bwana. What are you saying? Rude Boy, balls. Rude Boy is asking you. What are you saying? Yeah?
What are you saying? What are you saying? What is he saying?
The last queen.
Thank you very important.
I can see you're upping that up. You're upping that likes game. You're upping your likes game.
Double tap.
Thank you very important.
So ametucheza bana. Hii kitu they went the thunderstorm was a 25-minute break. Now halftime another 25-minute break. That's 40 minutes. That's basically, and then the game ends 0-0 and then we go to extra time. Now we go to penalties. I swear we'll have watched the game for 4 hours. This will be an NFL game. So Archie jokes. Full Krug should be starting, proper striker. Have you guys heard? I won't say anything. Because when the game started, people were saying how Havertz's movement is killing this team. But I'll keep quiet. Melvin, I'll keep quiet. King amesema mimi na doze bana. King ameshaboeka. King, unaenda kudoze na timu ya ngoja, hii ni timu yako kweli? Is this your team? King ni mso wa France. Yeye anaenda kudoze. Haijalishi. Anthony is not versatile. Kazi yake tu ni R1 box kila saa na shoot. Ndio maana he's easier to defend. My name is Akani Simbine. Oh, mlisema kuna Copa America leo, eh? We might have to do something about it. Ibacha nangenene anacheza. Movement gani? Havertz can move to the bench. Hey. Msikia rude boy. Nimeingia Twitter na the first trending ni nini? Ruto must go. Ruto must go. Hey. Amtaki mchezo. You don't want games. You are the big boys. Bana, simrudi. Bana, ini pitch gani kwenda kwa pitch lazima mshuke stairs. Kwa wale hawaelewi R1 box, it's also known as finessing the ball. Mesikia. The last queen, let me go sleep. Got an early session job kesho. Shukran, tunakushukuru sana. Have a good night, and hopefully by the time you wake up, our team as box to box, all of us, Germany, will have made it through. So, yeah.
Kusema mengi, thank you very important.
Second half is underway. Hey, feels like we've waited for long. Feels like we have waited for forever. Julian Nagelsmann. After 15 minutes, we all thought that Denmark was going to get walloped. They have done very well to actually come back into this game. And they're now causing Germany problems. I want problems. Thunderstorms are over. Like a selfie, double tap. Hey, any people are being sent for. You know when you're on live, unazaona kitu mtu anatumiwa. Sometimes it sends you at this person has sent to so and so. Someone has sent to you the universe. How much is the universe? Wait, there's another storm. Wase mskuivo. You have been live for 90 minutes. Great job, guys. Lazima tutafute psych sasa. We have to come back. Second half. Now I want violence. Let's choose violence. Me, I can't be violent. I've just realized. You ni kujidanganya. Yeah. Pasta Nganga. Ndegz umekaza Germany ipigwe. Germany ni timu yetu. Sisi kama watu wa box to box, Germany ni timu yetu. But ikipigwa ni timu yako. Kuwa tu ukijua.
Kuku wewe.
Pasta nganga mazee. Hizi memes zake nitapata wapi? We, Kenan, si ulikuwa unatuma memes? Hebu acha ni mchoche hapa WhatsApp. Ati chicken you. Ni mjinga. Aya, we're back underway, guys. Apparently there might be another storm coming in the second half, so just watch out. If there's another storm, it's going to be a difficult watch. Difficult watch. But let's see. Leroy Sané is playing on the right wing. Leroy Sané. Oibie. Karibu amesema hizi team ni kama hazijaona Belgium. They need to know how to kill off games early.
Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%.
How is that a handball? That hit his thigh. They've given a handball. Wase, we assistant wa Denmark anakaka Martinelli. Ama mimi naona zangu. Amani, peace. Thank you.
Huwezi kusema mengi. Thank you very important.
Armani, not Amani, Armani. That is one of the best names I've seen today.
Huwezi kusema mengi. Thank you very important.
Oliver nakwanga jaba akiwa na Taylor. By the You know what I wanted to do last season that I never got a chance to do? I wanted to rank referees. Like, we actually sit down and we rank all the referees. Every week, when we talk a recap, next season. Next season when we are recapping the recap, we also recap referees. We put them like on a what is this thing called? Goal! Anderson has scored! Denmark are up 1-0! Guys, 1-0! This is a joke! Wait. Germany were joking in the back. There might be an offside. That's Delaney. And there might even be a handball. Andrich, unafanya nini? It is Havertz. Havertz! What are you doing, Havertz? Hey. Guys, VR is Stuart Atwell. Hiyo haiko. Hiyo haiendi kupeanwa. Nyisi mnajua Stuart Atwell. VR, Stuart Atwell. It's not happening. Ref akiwa si Germany Euros iko na rules tofauti. Lazima afuate rules. Offside. Anderson. Oh no, Stuart Atwell has struck again. Hiyo si offside. Hawe msesa tutajuaje? That's a mistake. Acha tuone, si kuna automated VR. Lakini acha nikwambie, mbona hizi games zenye ama ref wa England na ref zote ziko na drama na wengine hazina? Germany ndio wamekuja. Bro, cross! Hiyo ni cross aina gani? Wewe ni kuku mazi.
Kuku wewe.
I can't even watch. I can't watch. We, simtupatie ile automated VR yenyu yenye mmesema ni unbelievable. So now both teams have had a goal disallowed in the first 3 minutes of each half. Hey, at least bana, changamsheni game. Hey, Anderson. Guys, do you guys think that Anderson is one of the most underrated? Penalty check tena? Penalty check. What? What? I swear, what is this with these English refs? What is it with the English refs? Like, what is it with English refs? I swear, he was... Wait, VR amechizi. Bro, rewind vizuri. Umsa amechizi. Oh, imeshika mkono. Yeah, imeshika mkono. Hiyo ni pena. Hiyo ni pena, wasi. That's a penalty. That's a pen, guys. Havertz atoke. Sikia karibu ashaanza. Havertz atoke. Hiyo ni pena. Hiyo ni pena. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. What? He thought he scored in one end. Oh my God. That's sad. Kinan, you're right. Very sad. It's very sad. Kinan ametoka TikTok ameingia YouTube dakika mbili. It's very sad. It's quite sad. Yeah. But by the letter of the law, it's a penalty. In as much as we want to say English refs, it's a penalty. There's no... Football imekuwa harsh. Sasa defenders were defend mkono behind their backs. But they normally do that. See, they normally defend like this. King Kai, let's go. Let's go, King Kai. Let's go, King Kai. Let's go. Oh, what a penalty! What a pen! What a pen! What a penalty by King Kai! King Kai! King Kai! King Kai! What a penalty by King Kai Havertz! And he gives Germany the lead. He gives Germany the lead. Oh my God. That was so close though. That was so close. That was too close. That's actually a really good penalty. Yeah. Ato. Hey. Wow. Fine margins kweli. Hizo zinaitwa fine margins. What a couple of minutes. That was a pressure penalty. If they ever come any more pressure, pressurely, pressurous, precious, my precious, my precious. My precious. My precious. Mazee ni uchungu kwa fan wa Germany alafu Havertz amefunga na wewe ni fan wa Man U. Rude boy. Rude boy. How does it feel to actually see that the best player on the field, the best striker on the field is not the United one? Yeah? It's the Arsenal one. Scoring such a great penalty for the team that you're supporting. And football can make you do things. On another note, this is how FPL makes people feel. You know, it's like, before FPL, hakuna msata alikuwa anajalia, hakuna vile unaweza taka Man U hata ishinde. Unataka Man U wachapwe na 0 kawe ni fan wa Arsenal. Na kawe ni fan wa Man U unataka Arsenal wachapwe 3-0, 4-0 na kila mtu. But then, because you're a United fan and you have Havertz in your team, you want to let them score, even let them get that 1 point, junior captain wangu. Fantasy has really made people... Loyalties have been tested. And nowadays, there's no loyalty. Yeah? There is no loyalty. It's a yellow card for Bar. Alexander Bar. Fact is, I'm not supporting Germany, but rather predicting. Sawa. We've had. Which team do you support international? I feel like, honestly, I've never had a team that I support international. I support all these other teams. I have India for cricket. I have Mumbai Indians IPL that I watch, by the way, religiously. Then I'll watch NFL, NBA. But international football is the one thing I've never had a team. It's just hard, man. Like, how do you support a team that doesn't even train together? Internationally fake. Other than Kenya, of course. Other than Kenya. Mazee Anderson, he must feel so weird. You score a goal, you think you've given 1-0 against the hosts, and then it's taken away, handball against you, then they score. Bro, that's painful. United fans, would you take Anderson at United? Question. I'm not a fan of international football. Now it's your gameplay na kujua players. I think we're in the same boat. International football is hard. Like, because then, like for example, let me give an example of Italy. Italy, if you watch the first game, you are like, wait, these boys are balling. Patterns of play, nini, chemistry. We didn't see that any other time. Hey, Havertz! Havertz, no! No, Kai! No! He took that ball so well. That first touch. That first touch. Keenan amesema even Samiro can score that penalty. Hey. Bro? Havertz Maze, you cannot miss that opportunity, surely. Fulkrug. Melvin, tuseme tu ukweli. Fulkrug was on the pitch. Angekuwa shashikwa hata kabla afike edge of the D, angekuwa shashikwa. Foreplay fiti alafu finishing ya 1 minute man. Guy. Hesabu ya nini? Soprano si anauliza. Si hesabu ni kunini? Ona, Michael Oliver, another yellow card. Michael Oliver Maze. Amepatia nani sasa? Maila amepewa yellow. Is it for complaining or the actual foul? Nani alikuwa anauliza hesabu ya nini? Hakuna hesabu, na make notes, so because I normally do post match. And I don't want to reach post match na sijui kitu nasema. I can't be that guy. Can't be that guy. Rudiger nataka kona. Oh, throw in. Rudiger. Ding, 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 ding. Game sasa imekuwa tu nini? Good, Maya. Olsen on the attack. Who will be player of the tournament? Finisher full crook match the one. Ilikuwa kali by the way. It was the one. Sasa kuna bao mbili so far. Who will be player of the tournament? Player of the tournament would be, it depends. If Spain reach the semi-final, it will be a Spanish player. And if it's a Spanish player, it's between actually, if Germany reach, what I want to say Germany. If it's Germany reach, Gundogan will be there. If Spain reach, it will be who do you give in Spain? Nico Williams would be there. Fabian Ruiz would be there. But not as Nini. Someone from Xhaka would be there as well. Xhaka has been really good. Nani tena? Team Germany, Havertz amewest your chance. Mbaya. Brayo mbaya. Umsako off. Ako off. Leroy Sané! What a miss! But he was offside. Hey, Havertz did well though. He did well. Full Krug ni kama nakam. Yeah, Full Krug is coming on for Ilkay. Wow. That's a surprise. That is a surprise. If anyone can, Emre Can. Andrich and Gundo. Interesting. So they want to keep Havertz because honestly, Gundogan this game has not looked threatening. So you keep Havertz, who looks like he's just running everywhere. You keep him, you keep Sané, you keep Musiala, and you put them behind Full Krug. And then Andrich has come off as well for Emre Can. Andrich. Weird subs. I think they've seen, but to be fair, if you compare Havertz and Gundogan, even though Havertz has missed, Havertz has been more effective in terms of getting behind that back line and his positional play from the front. So there's no point in bringing out someone who's effective, keeping Gundo has been quite ineffective. I think like it's actually Denmark's game plan to just put Delaney on him. It has actually impacted him. And then that thing I was telling you in the first half about them playing with a back four or a back five, but then when any of those 3 players behind Havertz gets the ball, they just throw someone at them immediately. So they're really nullifying those 2 8s. And that's where Havertz is getting a lot of space. So maybe you put Fulkrug, you let Fulkrug stay in the middle, you have a focal point, and then you let everyone else run past him, because Fulkrug is much better than Havertz in hold-up play. Oh no! Oh! Rasmus Højlund had a chance. Hey, that pass was nice though. That Højlund's first touch was also nice. He just kicked it straight at the keeper. Guys, now this is an unbiased moment. I am a firm believer in Rasmus Højlund. A firm believer. I just believe the only thing with him right now is that he doesn't know how to not let the times he doesn't score, he doesn't know how to not let it affect him. When Højlund scores goals, he's a totally different player. He's still really good even if he doesn't score, but things affect him a lot more when he hasn't scored. If he can figure that out, he's still young, that's the thing. The day he figures that out, this boy will be bad. He'll be bad news. Obviously, he has to work on like finishing and stuff. But the things he does well, like I remember that game, Arsenal versus Man U last year, when he was injured the whole a big chunk of the season, and then he just came on and he was bullying Gabriel. Like I will never forget that game. He was bullying. He's like punching him, meaning like legally, not at illegally. But I'm a big fan of his. I just don't know why United fans hate him. It actually doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying all United fans. There's certain, you know how it's unanimous. All Arsenal players love Odegaard, or how all Man U players love, all Man City players love KDB, all Man U players love who would I say in your team? Kobe Mino, right? Because even Bruno, ni 50-50. Bruno, it's like there are people who really hate when he whines, even amongst United fans. It's not unanimous that they're all for him. They all. Aya, Musiala has gotten there. Where Rossi, bro? Musiala makes it 2-0. Musiala makes it 2-0. Musiala makes it 2-0. And that makes him the top scorer in Euro. Fan mgani wa Manyona hit Højlund. Hey bro, whenever we do lives, I'm telling you Højlund. Hey, Højlund anaingiliwa. Did that come straight from the back? Oh my God. What is Schmeichel doing? Schmeichel suutoke. Kauna toka. Kauna rudi. Is that Schlotterberg? That is Schlotterberg. Aya. Unpopular opinion. Jonathan Tah is not coming back to this team. Jonathan Tah is not coming back to this team. Amefinish yenye Havertz imemlemea. It's true. Hiyo finish imelemea Havertz. Ililemea Havertz kabisa. Ngoja, hiyo pass ilikuwa nani? It was Schlotterberg. I'm telling you, why? I don't understand how you have a left-footed centre-back and then you keep him on the bench. Schlotterberg is only playing in this game because Tah is suspended. Why? Why wasn't he first choice? Do you see that pass just comes from a left-footed player making a left-footed pass from the left side of the field? This thing is actually annoys me. It annoys the fuck out of me. Southgate, the same thing. Why? Like, why do you have no left-footed centre-backs? Not even centre-backs. You only have one left-footed defender who's injured. I mean, Shaw is good. Like, I would definitely pick Shaw in my team if I'm coach of England. But I would rather even pick Cresswell as well, just to have him there. I know he's not had the best season, but he's left-footed and he plays on the left. Anyway. Acha niache kujam. Sijui na jamia nini na misi fan wa England. Misi fan wa England. Hey. Aya, Rudiger pia ameanza hizi ball za juu. Aya, full crook. Musiala. Ni machungu ya Italy. Tyreek Mitchell as well. Loverboy, you're right. Bra Nyamwea, what are you saying, bwana? What are you saying,
bwana? Yeah? What are you saying? What is he saying?
It might be by the way. Acha nisikuchoche. It might be. UNITY stand for unity. I'm in the quarterfinals. Wewe kama Switzerland. UNITY. Kwani Brayu umekuwa wapi? Si haujasikia tumechapa vote hapa na Germany ndio team ya box to box. So we all supporting box to box. Si wewe watu wako hate watch Germany mission fail. You'll try again next time. Where is it?
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Rude boy. Germany ni team yetu. Ni nini? Umesahau? We voted. We all voted. Scorer of the penalty that broke the deadlock, Kai Havertz. King Kai. Cross the ball. King Kai. Ako offside, bro. Ako off, surely. Which type of pass is that even you? He has said, don't pass to me, and then you give him when he's off. Hjulmand is okay. Finding himself in those positions, he'll come off good. Again, I ask you people, Kenan, how many, honestly, how many United fans have you seen who are actually not a fan of Hjulmand? I think there are quite many. But that's the thing I don't realize. You guys, how can't you not see that this guy is going to be good? That's the thing that just shocks me. How can't you not see it? Leroy Sané is on the wing. Ndegz hukuvote, huko grieving mode bado. MC. Sasa wewe bala kucheza chini. Mama utaleta hizi vitu zenye. Italy ile chatu vya mazee. Hiyo story die. Hata na you don't dwell on the past. Focus on the future. Yeah. You must reject. Reject, not amend. You must reject. I'm ready for Tuesday. Musiala is on the wing. Musiala, what are you trying? Shida ya my fellow fans ni wanataka instant results. And that's the thing. People don't realize, that shit takes time. It takes time. Schlotterbeck. I want to say something, but I don't want to jinx it. Acha tu ninyamaze. But it's to do with the weather in Germany. Rude can do a job with him. Yeah, for sure. Also, hakuna kitu Benny McCarthy alikuwa anafanya hapo. Now that we are seeing him get fired. Na msiniambie he was not fired. The boy was fired. Schlotterbeck, he has a mistake in him here and there, but what it gives you going forward is so good. Sasa hiyo ni nini amepatia na kona ujinga hivyo. Schlotterbeck. UNITY. Wait, Kenan, acha nikuulize. Is it possible to get screenshots of the polls you did? Ama ulikuwa na change to the same poll? why I love Ten Hag, alisema he doesn't see Man U winning the league for at least the next 2 seasons. He actually said that. You know, me, what I believe is, even if that's the truth, those are some things you don't say out in the public. Like, that's realistically, you guys are not going to win the league in the next 2 years, but it's also a building time. But you don't say that to the press. Me, I can never. If I was a manager in the English media, you feature. You know how Wenger used to tell, like, on transfer days, he's asked, what are your plans? He's like, no, I'm just focused on my team. Alafu jioni anasign Ozil. That is how you do it. But I think also that time, Akina Wenger and Ferguson, they had the advantage of not having social media. So you were able to feature things. You were able to, like, not, assigning is not out in the open. Nowadays you can't. Kama say watu wana track mpaka Ndegz, bro. Noma. Rudiger karibu shika na mkono. Rupige mse kweli kuliko mpe hopes de Lulu. Azi. It's just that everything will be used against you. You know how the press is, especially United. This is the thing I hate about, like, media in general and sports. In NBA, there's 2 teams. New York. Actually, no, there's 1 team, the Lakers. Even though the Lakers are not even in the playoffs or anything, they have to talk about them. NFL, Dallas Cowboys. Premier League, Man U. Man U is the team. Even if there's nothing to report, they come up with some bogus nonsense, right? That just to sell newspapers and articles. Which other sport would I put? England, the rugby team. Oh, Rasmus! Like, it's so bad. It's gotten to a point where it's so bad. It's so bad. Like, people just, hizi boots za Rudiger ni kali. That's their job, not gonna lie. Yeah, man. But it's annoying. Like, it's so annoying. So, like, now imagine, because the thing is, us guys are real fans. Like, we know, we can read through bullshit, right? Like right now, all of you guys can go on Twitter and then you see, Rudiger amengeka mara 10 na kila saa akianguka na shika magoti yake. Hii magoti haiumi ama ni uongo? I was saying, unaweza ingia ka Twitter, alafu uone mse anasema ati confirmed Hjulmand to Arsenal, for example. And within 2 seconds, you're just like, this is fake news. Unacheki, this is fake. But the people who can't tell the difference, and that's just the majority. So a lie will spread so quick. I don't know if you guys have been, are any of you on Facebook? I used to have a Facebook account a long time ago, but then I had to open one now because of Box to Box. Like, if you want to promote something on Box to Box on IG, you have to have Facebook and everything. So anytime before I post on Facebook, because before I go and sponsor or check analytics on Facebook, you see the lies. Yeah. The lies are bad. Mara sijui Messi going to Man City. Because at that time for Messi and Man City, it was rampant. Rampant. But people don't know. That's the thing. They can't tell the difference. Yet us guys in the minority, we will see the difference and be like, this is fake news. Mse ni Fabrizio na ikona I3 na bado ana believe your story. Haujaingia banta face to face na mse anaamini fake rumors. Hujapiga banta face to face na mse anaamini fake rumors. Very mentally draining. I honestly can't. I will actually lose my mind. I will lose my mind. I'm not even lying. And then ushafika ile point yenye unasema acha ni explain you umse elewi. But inafika tu point unasema tu is it worth the energy? Like, is it worth the effort? Do ita ku stress more. Nie akishamaliza hii conversation, yeye kitu ameland kwa hii conversation yako na anaenda kuambia mse mwingine. Sasa hizo wewe umejam. Yako tu sawa. Yako tu sawa. Fabrizio Romiano. Musiala ametoka. Florian anaingia. Florian anaingia. Hapa ataenda kumaliza hii game nzima. Hendricks. Fake news. One day. Haji, thanks for the follow.
kusema mengi. Thank you very important.
One day I'm going to make a video, and I feel like I need to involve as many fans as possible on just fake news. I know it would go far, but sometimes it's just good to talk about it and just tell people, listen, I won't engage if it's fake. There's 2 topics that I really want to talk about. Another one is betting in sports. Hey, it's becoming so bad. Kwanza with our local teams. And that's a touchy subject for many people. But it has to be spoken about. Like, we can't keep quiet. So, yeah. Siku moja tu. Tutafika tu hapo. I fear that Kaya akikuwa na Euros poa tunaweza kosa kubuy striker. Acha nikwambie. Arsenal want a striker. Yes, they're in the market for a striker. But if they don't get one, they're not going to force it, because you see what they're saying right now is we scored the second most goals in the league. I think Man City were first. So like, we're not going to force that. But if we get another midfielder is a priority for sure. If they can get someone, they will. If they can't, they won't force it. That one is, I thought Eriksen left the pitch. Ama umse graphics alikuwa mechizi. And then the other thing is that what was I thinking about striker? There's something I was thinking about striker. Yeah, one of the kids from Nini is going to be brought up. Also, it depends if Nani is sold, if Nketiah is sold. But they just gave a new contract to one of the kids from the academy. But him, I think, is going on loan. Left center be ni priority, yeah, for sure. Kuna msee wa Senani nilikuwa namchanua about UEFA Champions new format, akasema niko jaba. Sasa mseko huyu unamwambiaje? Sasa where do you even start? Mse full crook is offside. Why did you take so long to pass? Nani alikuwa anasema full crook aingie? Ona vile anauza. Failure.
Kuku wewe.
But even Florian, you took so long to pass that ball. You messed up his strides. Ivan Toney is going for 55 million. Okay, let me check. Ivan Toney. How old is he? If he's above 24, he's not being bought. 28, there's no way Arsenal is buying him. There is no way. There is no way. If you realize anything about football, I repeat again. Endelea, repeat again. If you're realizing anything about like these top teams now, they are not going to sell. I mean, they're not going to buy players below the age of 25. Players who don't have resale value. Unless that player is going to make a big difference, like Trossard. You know, Trossard made a big difference. And then it was a January signing. So it was also a bit desperate. But these teams have realized. And us guys, our last old signings were people who are trying to... Like David Luiz for Arsenal was a very astute signing. Because, yes, he was liability on defense and all of those things. But... The first 1 or 2 years of Gabriel playing week in, week out at Arsenal, David Luiz was there. Again, it's not a coincidence. They're both Brazilian. David Luiz has lived in London his whole life. Sometimes as a manager, you have to think about all these things. How am I going to help a player settle, Nini, Yusuf Tuzote? So it's one of those two signings. So you're going to make signings like those. Like Jorginho was one of those, just for midfield, Yakushikilia. Who's the player United got on loan that I'm forgetting? Amrabat. Amrabat was again one of those signings, but to him was like injury. There was an injury and you're filling a gap. I don't think United expected Kobe Mainoo to get injured because Kobe Mainoo was going to always be a starter. So yeah, teams are not going to make those crazy signings unless it's a short-term deal, 1 year, 2 year deal, ama it's a loan for anyone who's above like 28. Tony is too old. There's no one. Because think about it now. If Arsenal buy Tony, if United buy Tony, at a Sabitzer is a good shout. If you buy Tony right now, at 55 million, there's no way I'm offering him anything less than 4 years. 4 years is 32. What will be his resale value at 32? He'll probably be going to West Brom for like 5 million or 10 million. I would rather spend that 80 million on, for example, Sheshko, But then I know in 3 years, if he decides to leave, I'm asking for 100 million. I'm asking for 100 million. So I just always have that at the back of your mind. Arsenal, Chelsea Kwanzaa, they're the worst. Chelsea Kwanzaa they're not buying anyone above the age of 23. Like theirs is the worst. Adaribayo was a free transfer, so they actually didn't spend money on him. Arsenal are bad at selling players. That has been true. But you see, you're bad at selling players if you're also bad at buying players. If you buy old players, you can't sell them. So the only way you can tell if right now, yes, we are bad at selling players. But the only way you can tell if you're getting better at selling players is you buy young players. After 2-3 years, you see where they get and you sell. So from this transfer, from this transfer market, see how Arsenal sell. Like we sold Balogun for 35 million, right? Like that was the beginning of selling young talent. You know, we were always buying players at 26, 27, 28. By the time they are 32, no one wants them. Look at Willian. Max Samad. Thanks for the follow.
Thank you very important.
How does a release clause work? Okay, so ideally, I move from Birmingham to Nottingham Forest, right? I move from Birmingham to Nottingham Forest. When I sign for Nottingham Forest, me as Nottingham Forest now will not want to lose me for nothing, especially if I'm a good player and I'm young, right? Or let's say I'm a good player and they buy me on the cheap. Nottingham Forest buy me for 10 million. But then they're like, hey, this kid in the next 2 years is going to be crazy. So what happens is that we're going to put a release clause of 35 million, such that any person who wants to come and buy from us as Nottingham Forest, the minimum amount you're going to release is 35 million. So that secures my future, in that I know if I sell this player, I'm getting at least 35 million. The only reason you put a release clause on a player is you want to ensure that the minimum amount you spend, or the minimum amount you get from another team, is that 35 million. The problem with the release clause is if a player turns out to be so good, for example, Eze right now, 3 years ago, if you put a release clause on 35 million, you're like, that's not a bad release clause. Let's see if you can get 35 for him. Right now, 35 looks like a bargain. 35 looks like a bargain. So that is the disadvantage of a release clause, in that if the player turns out to be too good, the team that comes in only comes and pays 35 million. Release clause also means once the other team puts out that money, you cannot block them from talking to the player. Because normally you release the money, you tell them this is how much I want, you agree with the club. Once the club allows it, now you can talk to the player. But if a player has a release clause, if I know it's 35, I release that 35. Now I can talk to the player. Another thing is that release clauses are not public knowledge. So sometimes you might be negotiating with a team and then they lie to you that there is no release clause. Kumbe there's a release clause of 35M. Then they negotiate with you to 50M. Once you pay the 50, later on you find out there's a release clause of 35. You know. So, yeah. That happened to Haaland. Had 65, but problem is agent will be paid. Mino got 80 million. Now that thing with Haaland is, what? The thing with Man City is they don't disclose their finances, so we don't know. We don't know what they're doing. That is where part of the 115 charges comes in. We just don't know what they're doing. But the only way you can know a club's finances, like if you know how nowadays people say undisclosed amount. Next year, so let's say we buy someone today, because tomorrow is Monday is July 1st, right? Monday is July 1st. Let's say a player we bought last January. If when we bought him, they said undisclosed amount, July, every club have to release their financial records. So you can go to the financial records and actually see how much was actually spent, exactly the amount that was spent on the player. But because it's football, it's moving quick. Me, I'm not caring about last season. Me, I'm caring about the next season. So people don't actually go and see what has happened. So if you want to know how healthy a club is, you always go back in time and see, okay, in 2020, so for example, I'll give you an Arsenal example. Edu came in 2020, right? 2019. Sorry, 2018. 2019. Came in 2019. Immediately he came, he said making changes. He's like, we need to become younger, we need to sell better. But to sell better, it means we need to buy smarter and we need to get rid of all the old people. For them to do that, they had to take time to sell people. Someone like Ozil. What a goal. What a goal. Offside. What a goal. Hata nimesahau tulikuwa nasema. Sio hata nitaanzia hapi. I forgot what I was saying. Wait, where's the offside? Oh, there it is. I've seen it. Maze Fulkrug is laboring to run. Ozil. So you always go back and see what they did. So for example, Edu came in. They were like, our plan in the next 5 years is to sell better, is to buy better, and to become younger. For us to become younger, we need two transfer markets to sell all the old players. Since no one wanted the old players, Arsenal were literally paying them to leave. They were being paid to leave, right? So the club said, we're going to take this loss now, knowing we're going to make money after. So you see, they paid these players to leave then. But in 2 years' time, Arsenal went to the Champions League. So the revenue went up by like 30, 40 million. So it was worth it. That gamble they made 2-3 years ago has paid off now. We've actually gone 2 years with Champions League football. Someone said the thing about not selling well. If you're a bad selling club, it takes time for you to become a good selling club. You can't just become a good selling club the next transfer market. You have to sell the old players, become young, nurture the young talent, and then sell it, right? So you are right. You are saying Arsenal is a bad selling club. Yes, we are a bad selling club. But we can't know whether we've become a better selling club until the people who were bought during Edu's time, we get one who's like, okay, I want to go. Because if Martinelli decides to be sold right now, and Martinelli is sold for 80 million, for example, Martinelli was bought for 3 million. So that's a 77 million profit, right? So that alone will change the whole narrative of you guys are a bad selling club. Saka is homegrown talent. If Saka is sold for 150 million, that 150 million in itself becomes purely profit. So you can't know if how well a team is doing until you study them over time. With the case of United, I can use United. We don't buy or sell good because of Edu. So let me give you another example. Melvin, I don't agree with the buying part because if you are to do value, every person Edu has bought, their value has gone up. Let's say the people in the starting 11. The people whose values have not gone up are probably Nuno Tavares, Lokonga, I'd say. But Lokonga is playing well at Nini, right? So it's part of his growth. He's been playing well at Luton. But those guys were not bought for more than 15 million. Those people were not more than 15 million. Fabio Vieira is the one that's tricky because he was bought for 30-something million. So we need to see where he goes. But the thing with Fabio also is Fabio got a hernia in December. You remember there was a time he was coming on and he kept on getting assists. Havertz, please score. Oh, what a save by Schmeichel. What a save. Vieira was 35 million. Last year, there was a period, November, December, he was playing so well and then he got a sports hernia. Sports hernia is one of the worst injuries you can get as a footballer because it affects your groin. Literally, you cannot do anything. When he came back, he was never the same. Emil Smith-Rowe has also had sports hernia. Sports hernia is a tough injury to come back from. So let's see how he plays this season. But at this moment in time, his value is not 35 million. It's definitely lower, for sure. But it was a tough injury. So he's a hard one to assess at this moment. But then, if you look at Gabriel, if you look at Saliba was bought by Emery, but Edu was there during Emery's time. So was he there the last time? Oh no, his first signing was Martinelli. So let's just say Martinelli. Martinelli is not going for anything less than 70, right? He was bought at 3 million. That's the best example I'd give you. Who else am I thinking of? that was bought. Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, you're more or less going to make less, like 5 to 10 million less. Willian was a free transfer from Chelsea, and he went. We actually paid him to leave. So, but Willian was Nani. See, Willian was bought by who bought Willian? I thought it was Nani who bought Willian. No, it was Edu. You're right. It was Edu. Rambo is a Wenger signing. So anyway, long story short is never assess managers and Ninis over one season. Take a 3 seasons or 4 seasons and just compare how have they grown. And that is where United come in. United have issues across the board. But one of the things that this thing is about to address, one of the things that Ineos is addressing is you actually need a sporting director. Like that is a given. You need a sporting director. Then you need what's this? You need recruitment to be better. I can already tell recruitment is being better because Branthwaite is probably going to go for like 70 million. Branthwaite was in the England squad. He just barely missed the Euros. He was part of a defense that was second in clean sheets behind Arsenal in the league. He's left-footed. He's English. Like, he's going for minimum 70. So what United have done is they bid 35 million last week, which is smart, right? Because you want to bid 35 and then build will be like, okay, 36, whatever, 38, whatever it is, right? So already that's a change that United is doing. United never used to do that. So let's see how it goes. Because in as much as it's the beginning of a change, you need to see them do it consistently. They need to do it with the next signing and the next signing and the next signing. What they used to do was, example, what they did with Højlund, or what they did with Lisandro, or what they did with Anthony, where they were like, oh, we're interested in this player. He was 25 million at the beginning of the transfer market. But you don't do your due diligence and follow up on it. Then you become desperate. You don't sign anyone. Then you want to make the signing in the last week of transfer market. The player is 70 million. Now you have a player who's Anthony. Anthony, let's be honest. If Anthony was bought for 20 million, none of us would be complaining. He has room for error. He has room for growth. 70 million, the pressure is too much. He cannot have a bad game. He cannot be just one-footed and stuff like that. So a lot of the Anthony pressure came from how he was signed. And this is what United is changing. And I'm actually seeing it and I'm impressed. I'm like, okay, Ineos, that's Ineos. There's an Ineos influence there. But we need to see it over a period of time. But already that's a good sign. 35 million from Brathwaite. Everton will come back and tell you, because Everton said our valuation is 70. So they're going to negotiate Nini. So the key is you don't let those guys breathe. You come, you'll get to 40. Then they'll say, oh, we come to 66, like that. Then within a month and a half, he's sold for like 55 million. And then add-ons take it to like 70. Yeah, that is how you negotiate. You don't just let the thing go, which is what United have been doing. They start there like 25, then they leave it alone. Then they come back at the end of the transfer market and spend 80 million. Then they realize that's actually not the player that we needed. And then kidogo, now you're under FFP. Now you have all these FFP problems. What do you think Rambo's selling price is? At this point, it depends who's going to buy him. If someone like Chelsea comes, you know Chelsea is desperate. Chelsea needs a goalkeeper. Chelsea doesn't have homegrown talent. You say 50 million because they're desperate, right? But if a team like Leicester or Southampton came, you'd have to like negotiate like 25 and then put like maybe 10 million in add-ons, something like that. So it depends who's coming. I think a selling price of like 25 million, Arsenal would take it in a heartbeat. Of course, they'll negotiate in Nini, but they'll definitely take 25 and like add-ons. That might take you to like 30, 32. Because then that will fully pay for Raya. Remember, Raya has not been signed yet. The reason why he hasn't been signed is because all teams are waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow is June 30th. June 30th is the official ending of the financial year. So no team is making signings now because it will add on to this year's financial year and then it will mess them up for FFP. So you wait for July 1st, and then you wait for July 1st. Next week, there's going to be signings like this. Will be a downgrade for him. I mean, it will be a downgrade, but you can't have all the best players. You can't have all the best players. And then there's something else before I go that I noticed this week, and I want to tell you guys, and I want to talk about it as well. I might make a video on it. So Bruno G has a release clause of 100 million till tomorrow. Oh wow, I didn't know that. So there's something I realized. Did you guys see the article or the story that Chelsea, Everton, Aston Villa, who else? There were 6 clubs. Nottingham Forest. There were 6 clubs that said they're at risk of FFP. I can't remember what they were. Wesley, that's the point I'm getting to. So, these clubs are at risk. Newcastle is another one, yes. These clubs are at risk for FFP. Basically, what this means is that from July 1st, 2023 to June 30th, 2024, which is tomorrow, they spent a lot more than FFP, this is the rule for FFP. FFP, you can only record losses of a maximum of 105 million over a 3-year period. So you remember what I was telling you guys, you need to judge teams over like a 3-year period. So it's always over a 3-year period. The reason why FFP has not been affecting teams was because of COVID. The Premier League said, okay, we'll give you guys some leeway. You guys can lose up to like 130, 140 because there was no money coming in from fans and stadiums. But then now, after that year, they were given, now that was 2021. So 2021, 2024 is now tomorrow. That's the end of like that period, 3-year period since FFP was relaunched after COVID. So tomorrow is a crucial date in any transfer dealings that you see. So what happened is that all these teams were under FFP and they were tight. So what they've done is, if you look at all the signings that have been made, they're all academy players. How is it that Sidui and Aston Villa, I can't remember his name, that guy has gone to Everton. For 35 million pounds. And then Lewis Dorban, I think that's his name, he's gone from Everton to Aston Villa. So what happens is that comes to that amortization thing. When you sell a player, you sell him. When you sell a player and another team buys him for 50 million, you can add 50 million to your bank account like immediately, such that will add up to this season 50 million. But when you buy a player, I can say we're buying for 50 million, but we're going to spread it over 5 years. So it's going to be 10 million every year. So I can say this year, the charge 10 million comes out of our books. Next year, 10 million comes out like that. That's what amortization is. Buying a player, I can spread it over a period. Selling a player, once I receive the money, I can add it to my bank account immediately. So it adds up. So what these teams have done is that they've basically sold to each other. Everton has sold to Aston Villa, Aston Villa has sold to Everton. So 35 million enters Aston Villa's account immediately, and then 10 million enters the other account immediately. And then because the guy is homegrown, the process of finalizing the deal is easier because they don't need a visa. They don't need to actually go to, because these are the reasons why transfers take long, right? Because when someone is signed from like Germany, they have to go to the embassy, they have to get a visa, they have to get a work permit, they have to get all these things. So that's why sometimes a transfer it's announced and then it takes like another 5 days before it's actually officially announced on the website. That's what they're doing. But because these players are homegrown, it can be done within hours. So their teams Chinyamaji, they've said, hey, wait a minute, what is happening here? How is Madsen? Okay, Madsen makes sense because he played at Dortmund. The guy went to the Champions League final. How is Iregbonum, a guy we've never seen play, 35 million pounds? 35. Even David Raya, who's the top, has the most clean sheets in the league, is going to go for 32 after add-ons, or 33, something like that. So there are teams that are not happy, but that's a loophole that Aston Villa and Everton have exploited. And between today and tomorrow, watch out if there's going to be any more signings, underground signings, and they're going to be there. And it's just those fascinating things. Those are the things that make me happy. So yeah, welcome to my TED Talk. Yeah, any questions? Any questions before we go and do this post-match and call it an evening? Wesley nimeona pia mazee unaweza fanya hii TED Talk. When him normal. Yeah. So this FFP is really going to mess teams up. And then most people thought FFP was a joke. So when they did it for Everton, did you guys realize no one made a signing in January? People were scared. People were like, what? These guys are for real. They're actually going to deduct points. And then they did 2 in a row. And then they did a third one. Everton got 2. So they did a third one. Guys were like, nah, this thing is for real. So no one is joking with the FFP now. But then FFP now is going to change after next season. It's going to the one that's... Because FFP, UEFA has its own version of FFP. But they don't call it FFP. They call it something else. But the rules are different and more lenient there. But you see, that only applies to the teams that are in Europe. So the teams that are in Champions League, Conference League, and Europa League. So a team like Man City has to adhere to 2 sets of rules. Crystal Palace doesn't have to because they're not in Europe. So they want to make them align such that if we adhere to 1 set of rules, it matches across the board. That is why FFP is changing, because people think it's too strict. But I don't think it's strict, to be honest. I think it reduces the gap because Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea have too much of an advantage over the small teams. And then now if you go to Europe, Nottingham Forest has more buying power than Bayern Munich. That doesn't make sense. Just because they make more money, you know. Yeah, football is a nini. Your predicted Arsenal lineup next season. The lineup is not going to change that much. The only person that's going to change is we're going to get another midfielder. And maybe Timber. Timber now actually starts. So you have Timber. I'd say Timber left back. Mid defense is the same. Rice midfield. Partey will start the season if we don't get another centre back. Partey will start the season. And then Odegaard, and then Saka, Martinelli, and Kai. That's what I think. Do you believe Ten Hag is a good coach? Ten Hag is a good coach. I just think he really underestimated the pressure. He underestimated the pressure of being a United coach. His first season he was correcting a lot of wrongs that the previous manager made. So it's easy to do well because the previous manager was like, the previous management was so bad. It's like Tottenham. Tottenham was so bad for like 4 years and all the coaches they were hiring were defensive coaches. So when they got an attacking coach, the fans were like, wow, these players can play attacking football type of thing. But then now, building off of last season, that's where, but also I don't think it was his fault. Like, the building off of last season he should have had more assistance from the club, you know. I don't know if you guys have watched the Amazon documentary for Arsenal. I know it's hard to watch a rivals documentary, but I've also watched the Man City ones. But sometimes when you see how someone like Pep has support from the back end, someone like the support Edu gives Arteta, for example, even the Sunderland one, if you see how the management works, like, you just see how much it's a team effort even to make one signing. These clubs nowadays, before they make a signing, like for example, Trossard, before they signed Trossard had been scouted for almost 18 months. And they have a model where, like, instead of signing players for positions, instead of signing players to fill positions, we're going to sign players to fill needs. So for example, we have Martinelli on the left wing, but Martinelli is playing every game. And we have a person like Jesus who can play on the left wing. Can we sign a player who can play in the middle, can play on the left, and someone who can basically move across the front four? So now they look at that profile. Then they do a list of players who fit that profile. So you'll find, like, if Cazorla was there, they'd say someone like Cazorla. If who else I'm thinking about? Garnacho. I'm just going to use examples, right? Garnacho, Bernardo Silva. So someone who, Bernardo Silva not so much because he can't play in the front, but you get what I'm saying. They look at need and they're like, how do we fill these needs? Which player fills these needs? Which player can cover all of these needs in one? And that's how they learn to a player like Trossard. They don't do it like the old days where it's like, we need a striker, let's go look who's the best striker in Europe, let's go get him. No, they're like, okay, we need someone who can finish, we need someone who can run past the lines, someone who can play between the lines, someone who can play with both feet. Then they just line it up. That is how teams do it nowadays. And that's why you realize nowadays a player is signed and you don't know where they're going to play. Havertz was signed. No one knew where he was going to play. He was going to play midfield. Is he going to play on the left? Is he going to play on the right? Is he going to play striker? You don't know. And that's the beauty of football nowadays. It's positionless and it's happening in every sport. Nowadays in rugby, if you guys watch rugby, an eighth man who was always expected to be a big guy who's just hitting people, now they're leaner, they can jump, so they even put on the wing. They're playing as wingers. In basketball, like when the Celtics won the title, Jason Tatum, who's a small forward, is playing center half the game. You know, what else? Which other sports can I compare with? Yeah, but you guys get the drift. Nunez is a great example. Someone who can cover across the front line. Like, where do we play him? You know, so people sign more with need than position. I'm not just going to send a center forward because he's a center forward, you know. Which is why it's hard for you to tell who Arsenal is going to sign. They will go and just sign some random kid in Belgium that you've never heard of. But that's because they have watched him play, they have scouted him, and they're like, when we watch this guy play, he covers a certain needs. And that is where recruitment is key. Nowadays, recruitment is paramount. Recruitment is key. Really, really key. Wesley says FFP is too strict. It prevents small teams from spending. Kama Aston Villa and Newcastle have to sell. Now the problem is, if you buy well, because if you look again, I will use the example of Arsenal because that's the one that I've really studied. If you look at Arsenal, we've spent a lot of money over the past 3 transfer markets. It's been well over 200 million, I think, every time, right? But those signings that they've made have gotten us from 8th to 8th to 2nd. No, sorry, to 5th to 2nd to 2nd. So those are signings that have helped you go up and their value is going up and they're young. So they're not getting injured a lot, they're playing a lot, right? You look at a team like United. I'm sorry, United fans. I'm just going to use guys as an example because I've also studied you a lot. United they spent 70 million on one player, right? Which is Anthony. Anthony is a very good squad player. The fact that he can play left back, he can play right back, like that is a very good trait. The problem is, since we spent 70 on you, we can't spend 50 in that same position or another position because we spent too much on that. So, again, it's the scouting. If they recruited him at 20, then they could have spent 60 on another winger. So you see, you've bought 2 wingers, but you know Anthony is the versatile one. So, again, recruitment is key. And that is where FFP is hitting these teams. Look at Nottingham Forest. Last season, how many players did they buy? They ended up buying 70 players. Half of them do not even play. Yeah, they don't play. Newcastle spent so much money on 2 strikers, but if you look at their profiles, you also have to study, what I was telling you about profiles, what needs does this player have? One profile that these players don't think about. First of all, they signed a player who has issues with gambling. That is one thing should never pass you. You as a scouting department, you need to study a player inside out. And gambling is one of those things that is never, there will always be evidence, right? They have Wilson, a player who constantly gets injured. Even before he came to Newcastle, constantly got injured even before he came to Newcastle. Who else did they sign? The injuries they had at the back, I'll give them. They didn't expect to have that many injuries at the back. And then Dubravka also got injured and missed a big chunk of the season. So those are things that you can't avoid. But they ended up playing a kid who's just 17 years old for 10 games, the last 10 games of the season, because a player has been suspended. Bruno G is about to get suspended. One is the need for gambling. Another, they just had many issues. But some of them could have been avoided through recruitment. Nottingham Forest signed 17 players in one transfer market. How do you do that? Isak constantly gets injured. Even though he finished the season well, he constantly gets injured. Last season, though, in Champions League, this season they're not even in Europe. You see, had they been in Europe, this FFP would not be an issue for them. So that inconsistency, you can't... And going to Europe gives you money. Then all of a sudden you're not in Europe, you lose a lot of cash. Because think about any business. If I'm running a business, I sell clothes. And every week I'm making every week I'm making 100K. Let's just say it at that, right? Let's say every week I'm making 100K. No. Let's say every year. Every year I'm making, no, every month. Every month I'm making 100K, right? And then next month, my revenue just drops from 100 to 20K. Just because of something that I did, right? Let's say I did something and then now it drops to 20K. Now I have to earn 20K for another year, right? When I was getting 100K, I could pay for drive riders, I could pay for who. My expenses were coming to about 60. I was probably putting 20 back into the business and then I keep 20 for me, profit, right? But then now when I drop all the way to 20, I still have these things. I still have these things that I have to cater for, but I don't have the money. And that is how football works. Football is the only business where your revenue this week or this year could be half what it is next year, or vice versa. It could be double now what it's going to be next year. So you always have to plan ahead. And that is where recruitment, guys, recruitment is key. You recruit badly, you will never be. So you have to recruit well, you have to coach well, because if you don't coach well, your young players don't become talented to be sold. So everything has to work like that. You have to coach, you have to play well on the field so that fans come to the stadium and they buy tickets and they buy jerseys for players. And the moment you guys start playing badly, everything drops. You don't get revenue from t-shirts, you don't get revenue at the gate, you're not going to Champions League quarterfinals, you're not making money. Like, football is a tricky business. Like, it's bad. Football is bad. If you don't plan yourself well, which is why this thing of keep changing manager, you keep changing director of sporting, whatever, because the new person always has to come up with a new plan for the next 4 years. Yet the last person started a plan for 4 years and you fired him after 2 years. Then we have to start again. Like, it's hard. It's actually hard. Sports is hard. Recruitment is everything. So anyway, this was just the answer to FFP that is stringent to people. If you're a poorly run club, FFP will affect you. That's just the simple of it. Simply sociable amesema, let's talk Germany. EPL eka nje mpaka next season. Yeah, good point. But people are asking me questions on TikTok, so I'm just answering. Yeah. Thank you for all of you guys who have stayed behind. I have seen Keenan is being very active here in our TED Talk. United is the only team that maintains good revenue, average 600 million for the last couple of years. But again, your club was well run for almost 20 years when Ferguson was there. So you guys are living off of that. And even us guys, we are reaping the benefits of the years Wenger used to be stingy. And he used to not even spend more than 15 million, and then he makes 60 million, and we're still making Champions League. So we're reaping the benefits of that. But the teams that have been poorly run for years, like Everton, you can always see it. Always. You can always see it. I hope you see my Germany team. JR Mashai is here. Nimeiona. Kesho Kina naingia live ama. Stories za Jaba. Bro, unabati siwezi vote. Shout out to Rude Boy, shout out to Balls, shout out to Melvo. JR is in the building. Moisaka Pia in the building. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think it's good to have more of these conversations that talk about like the business side of football, which I actually spend a lot of time reading about, and also reading about from other sports and how it affects these sports. Now, one day we shall talk about how Americans are coming to change EPL and football in Europe, but that's for another day, because it's real. Yeah. Anyway, kesho tuko live, kesho tunafanya games zote, all round of 16 games we're doing. Actually, all the games all the way to the semi-final. Final, we might do a live somewhere, but I'll keep you guys posted. Just working on something. Let's see if it works. And yeah, this has been one of the longest games. On top of that, tumongeza ma conversation. So, what happened to F1, by the way? So we're not hosting F1 tomorrow. Like, okay, so if you guys know, we normally do F1 at the junction. Planning for F1 this week has been extremely difficult. Trying to organize the screens and sound and all of those things have been extremely difficult because of everything of Mandamano. So then even our suppliers were not working this entire week. So the whole planning was just off. And I was like, you know what, let's just be in solidarity and postpone this one. But next week we're doing on Sunday. And tomorrow I think now I'll just do a live for F1. So if you guys love F1, I will just do a live. And depending on how I feel, we might even do Copa America. Copa America ni sangapi? Ya leo. Nani anacheza kwanza tuanzie hapo? Copa America. JR. Match schedule. Argentina versus Peru 3 a.m. Canada, Chile. Oh, tushaingia last games. Where? In the last games a group. By the way, ile siku tunafanya final. Ile siku final ya Euro, the next literally usiku ni Euro, ni Copa America final. So, you should approach Expose Media for screens and sound kama junction ndio venue. Yeah, we can approach them. But we more or less have someone that we work with every time. So I just think it was the coordination. Like we couldn't move things because you see that they also have gigs that they do. So we couldn't move things from the venues that they were at during the week on time. So they were not going to get to Nairobi on time. And just a bunch of stuff. Like this whole week was just a mess. It was just a mess in terms of trying to plan for anything. Because everyone was closed. You couldn't pass certain roads. Like it was just weird. From a planning perspective. From a civic perspective, it was extremely amazing. Very proud of everyone. Every one of you, every one of us for, going out there expressing. That man was scared. That man got scared. But anyway, nikianza hizo story hapa kidogo mtasikia Ndegz ameshikwa. Mimi sitaki kuona mapicha za free Kinan Nyata sitaki kuona. But pia ikifika tu hapo pia sasa tutafanya nini? Sitafanya tu. The truth must be spoken. Must be spoken. Paka na shrub.
Very ready for Tuesday.
I'm ready for sleep, guys. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to shoot this thing tonight. I'm going to do the recap for this game and I'm going to shoot this bracket that we've done, all of us together. So, yeah. Other than that, I am very happy. Our following is growing. Na tuendelee tu hivyo, si ndio? Ama ni aje? Peace. Kinan, enda ulale. Night running uache. Najua hiyo ni time yako sahi. Simply Sociable ndio amebaki hapa YouTube peke yake. Peace. Tuchikiane.